Have you ever wondered what really separates the people who are thriving, that successful 1%, from the 99% who seem to be struggling? Well, I can tell you, it's not some secret hack or lucky break. It's something way more reliable, something you can actually build yourself. It's a powerful, growth-focused daily routine. So let's break down the framework that can help you change your life one day at a time. Okay, so it all starts right here. The difference between the person you are right now and the person you want to become, it's simply what you do every single day. That massive gap between success and failure, it's not created in a single moment. It's carved out, little by little, by the systems we live by. Just take a look at this. It shows two completely different life paths, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the 99% routine. And let's be real, this probably looks pretty familiar to a lot of us. Waking up, commuting, doing basic tasks, eating junk, and then just scrolling social media until you fall asleep with your phone on your chest. It's a cycle of slow decline. But then, look over on the right, the 1% routine. Every single action is intentional, designed for growth. And here's the key. Success isn't something they're desperately chasing. It's the automatic result of the system they live by. It's a pretty stark way to put it, but it's true. Our habits, whether they're building us up or tearing us down, they will absolutely decide our destiny. Over months and years, the tiny gap between good habits and bad ones turns into a giant chasm that becomes almost impossible to cross. You really are what you repeatedly do. Okay, so how do we build one of these systems for automatic success? Well, the good news is it's not about trying 1,000 different life hacks. It all comes down to a clear, actionable framework built on 4 fundamental pillars. And here they are. 1, forge the mind. 2, build the body. 3, grow your business. And 4, cultivate relationships. That's it. These are the big 4 categories. If you intentionally improve these areas, even just a little bit every day, success and happiness almost can't help but follow. And the best part? Every single one of them is completely within your control. Let's start with the first and most critical pillar, because everything, and I mean everything, flows from how you think. Your mind is the command center for your entire life. This brings us to a really powerful concept called thought expansion. See, most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they simply can't see the path forward. They haven't expanded their mind to even see the opportunities and solutions that are right there in front of them. Once you can actually see the roadmap in your head, walking the path becomes possible. So how do you actually achieve this thought expansion? It's surprisingly simple. The main habit for forging a strong mind is a consistent daily routine of high-quality input. We're talking about books, podcasts, educational content, anything that expands what you know and how you think. And this right here is where the real rewiring of your brain happens. The 99% are basically addicted to cheap, low-level dopamine hits. Scrolling TikTok, playing games, eating junk food. It's all instant gratification. But the 1%, they've rewired their brains. They get their dopamine hit, that feeling of pleasure and fulfillment, from the process of growth itself. For them, learning is the reward. Making progress is the prize. All right, on to our second pillar. A sharp, expanded mind is pretty much useless if its vessel, your body, is breaking down. You have to build a high-performance body to house a high-performance mind. And this analogy just nails it. You can have all the knowledge and ambition in the world, but if you're out of energy, if your health is poor, you just can't execute. Physical health isn't a luxury, it's a non-negotiable requirement if you want to perform at your peak. And hey, you don't have to become a pro athlete overnight. In fact, one of the most powerful habits is incredibly simple: walking. Turns out a lot of hyper-successful people walk a minimum of 15,000 steps a day. It clears the mind, it boosts energy, and it maintains your physical foundation with very little strain. And of course, you can't out-train a bad diet. Your food is your fuel. Putting junk into your system is like putting garbage in a car's gas tank. Your engine is just going to sputter and fail. You've got to focus on high-performance fuel, like high-protein foods, eggs, fish, real food. And you have to avoid the processed junk, the sugary snacks, and the convenience meals that just drain your energy and give you brain fog. So, once you've fortified your mind and your body, you've got the foundation you need to tackle the action pillars. This is where you use all that new strengths to stop playing in someone else's game and start building your own. So here are the last 2 pillars, and they're all about giving your life direction and support. Pillar 3 is grow your business. This is all about building your own autonomy. It means dedicating time every single day, even if it's just 30 minutes, to creating something that is truly yours. A side hustle, a new skill, a personal brand, whatever. This is your path to stop just trading your time for money. And then there's Pillar 4, cultivating relationships. Success is not a solo mission. This isn't about having hundreds of contacts. It's about curating a small, powerful circle of deep, supportive connections and having the courage to cut out the people who just drain your energy. And this is the question you really have to ask yourself. Right now, are you the main character in your own story, playing a game where you designed the rules? Or are you basically just a background character in a game somebody else created for you? You know, the real trap isn't just being in a bad situation. The greatest danger is when that bad situation becomes so familiar, so routine, that it stops feeling all that bad. That job you used to hate becomes not so bad. That unfulfilling life, it becomes just the way things are. That complacency, that's the real enemy. Which brings us to this final, crucial choice. You have to start your own game. All this discipline, this routine, it's not about restriction. It's about choosing your struggle. Life is going to involve effort and difficulty one way or another. The question is, are you going to suffer for someone else's goals? Or are you going to embrace the meaningful struggle of building a life of your own design? The choice is yours.